Obsidian are the best writers in the RPG genre, and to me at least, it's not even close. But this excellence in dialogue strangely doesn't lead to many memorable and difficult decisions in their games. When I think of tough choices, my mind goes to The Witcher 3 and the Whispering Hillock, deciding what to do with the Genophage in Mass Effect 3, or the Landsmeet in Dragon Age Origins. That's not to say Obsidian games don't have impactful and far-reaching decisions, nor am I saying that Obsidian's choices aren't morally complex and have no nuance. On the contrary, my problem is that they have too much nuance. Now, how can that possibly be a bad thing? Why the hell would we want binary choices with clear definitions on what the moral thing to do is? Because those types of decisions have something that Obsidian doesn't: catharsis. There's a sense of satisfaction in fulfilling heroic fantasies or succumbing to villainous tendencies. There's a sick fascination with betraying Emerald Grove and allowing all the tieflings to be slaughtered, and a great sense of accomplishment in making sure Songbird gets a happy ending. Obsidian likes to make its choices have both positives and negatives. For example, in Avowed, there's a choice between saving some ruins or destroying them. Saving the ruins will preserve the history of the lands, but it will cost the lives of innocent people, whilst destroying them erases history and any chance to stop the Dream Scourge, but no one in the short term will die. This is a weighty choice, with no clear answer, and your party will be divided on what the best course of action is, which does its intended purpose of making it a hard choice, but it also removes the satisfaction from that choice. The game is never clear in the short or long term if you made a good decision. The rest of Avowed's choices are like this, portraying neither side as good or evil. This is in sharp contrast to The Outer Worlds, where only a buffoon would side with the blatantly evil corporations, or Fallout New Vegas, where joining Caesar's Legion is obviously portrayed as a psychotic choice. Despite Avowed being the most artistically colourful game Obsidian has ever produced, it's written in exclusively grey ink. Now, some of you might think I'm being Hippocratic, because one of the choices I cited at the start of this video is also an unquestionably grey decision: the Whispering Hillock from The Witcher 3. There's no good choice to make here. No matter what happens, innocent people will die, and no matter what choice you make, Geralt gains no clues in finding Ciri. The entire point of the Velen questline is for Geralt to learn about Uma so he can take him to Kaer Morhen. But this choice also exemplifies a weakness in Avowed's decision-making. The Whispering Hillock gives you almost no explanation for what the consequences of your actions will be, and it's only once your decision is locked in that the game gives you a massive gut punch. The brilliance of this choice is that no matter what option you go with, there are unintended consequences, and until you replay the game, you're led to believe you made the wrong choice. In contrast, Avowed goes to great lengths to explain the benefits and consequences to every choice, ensuring that you make the most informed decision possible, allowing you to seek the counsel of your party members and never implementing any unforeseen consequences to your decisions. The game goes to great lengths to ensure that you never make an uninformed choice. But making the wrong choice is not only a key part of RPGs, but life in general. Of course you're going to make mistakes. Everyone does, and failure is a key part of life and gaming. You don't play games without damage turned on, so it's impossible to lose. And decision-making in RPGs is just as much a part of gameplay as the combat, so why shouldn't there be a fail state for choices? In trying to explore the deep morality and weight behind the choices Avowed presents you with, it loses a key element that makes decisions so hard in reality: uncertainty. It's a tough choice to decide who to attack Arasaka Tower with in Cyberpunk 2077, because you have no guarantee who's going to survive. Sure, your victory is almost guaranteed because it's a video game, but you can't be certain that whoever you bring with you won't be wiped out, and the game never goes into immense detail on the pros and cons. While Avowed never explicitly guarantees what the consequences of your choice will be, whenever a concern is raised of what might happen, there's almost never any ambiguity that it will happen. This over-reliance on grey morality also makes the choices in Avowed blend together, as when the philosophy behind every decision is both sides are flawed, then it removes any choice that might stand out as memorable. When we have to pick who survives on Vermeer, That's a memorable choice because so far, Mass Effect has made a clear distinction between good and evil, and is only now asking you to choose based on feeling rather than morality. It creates a struggle in trying to get emotionally invested in these choices, when at their most core level, every option sucks, meaning that you can't feel like you're purposefully saving or damning this world. For more videos on Avowed, here's one about why the lack of factions is a perfect subversion of RPG tropes, and I'll be back in 2 days.